Ooh, wee. Okay, let's try this one more time. One more time for the fam. Like I always say, you can't win if you don't play. Come to the light in the skies, fam. We're gonna do it one more time. We've been running into some technical difficulties today, but we're gonna give it one more shot. Come to the light in the skies, fam. I think we got sound. It looked like we got sound. Peace, love, and light to the fam. Trying to see if we got sound or not here. I hope I'm up and running this time. Before I was running into some technical difficulties. You know, it is leftover retrograde, I guess we call it. What I'm gonna do is talk about some things, and we're gonna talk about manifestation. We're gonna be talking about the problems people might be having as far as bringing it forth. Um, Let me play a little bit of music in the meanwhile to give people a little bit of chance, and then I'm going to check my other apparatus and see if we up and running or not. Sarana suit.
I mean, we struggle within ourselves to change our minds, to change how we behave amongst the crowd, amongst our own people. Yeah, we share so many evil. Yeah, I'm talking about my black people, my black people. Why we always put each other down and raise others up. Then we complain when we never reach the top. Yeah, every day's a struggle. So we run away from our parents, running the facing it. We got so many people raising other races, but we forget about our own. Many of us have some hatred in our souls. That's something that's been mentally ingrained in us since they caught us, put us in chains. Killed our mothers, our fathers, our own baby brothers and sisters. The northern interpolation they gave us. We never let it go. We never drop it. Now we got our own brothers and sisters dating other races for the sake of the babies coming out looking different, coming out looking out black. Cause we got some hatred in ourselves. Yeah, amazing. We so quick to put each other down, but they're frown when others do the same. How we gonna change? We need to come together, love one another. My black people, 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 my black, yeah, my black, yeah, my black people, my black people. The world has deceived us in many ways. We need to teach our kids to love themselves. We shouldn't be comparing one another's skin complexion. We need to stop hurting our daughter's hair. We need to wise up and stand up and don't be afraid to make a change. My black people, my black people, we the greatest. My black people, we the greatest. My black people, 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 my black people. We got the build, we got the skin so strong that we never crack. We got the hair that's a fascination to the world. Let me tell you something. When you got something good, the world will try to twist it. I mean, we need to change our minds and realize all these lies. We the one with the truth, yeah. I mean, we the one with the truth, yeah. We the best, we the greatest. My black people. let's leave it where it is. Check.
Yes, we got sound, fam. We got sound. But I got something to admit. I got something to admit to the fam. I know it's gonna sound a little funny. It wasn't retrograde fault. It was my fault. Yes, it was my fault. The reason why things wasn't up and running. I don't know if y'all had heard me earlier. I said I was, on the low because of the little retrograde and the communication problems everybody be having and all of that. So I decided to stay low and come on out right about now. And I wasn't gonna come on back until next year, but then I says, it's winter solstice, it's here, and there's some information that I would like to give to the people that'd be very powerful and that'll help them, and that'd be the right thing for them to do to bring into the new year. Peace, love, and light to the fam. Oh, and guess what I forgot to do? I was sort of being lazy, so I was doing a lot of reading and stuff, right? So since I was doing a lot of reading, what happened was I ain't been on my laptop in a minute. So I seen I had updates. I did see it. But I was being lazy and I said I'll just do them after my live stream. And then unfortunately it appeared that me not doing my updates had caused me not to get my viewerships. I mean, get my volume to come on out. So it looked like I got volume now after my updates. So it wasn't no retrograde. It was the goat being lazy. I'm always coming with the truth. We in the land of the truth. And I wanted to bring this on up because you know, I be getting a lot of emails and things like that, and my email is always I said peace, love, and light. And whatever's discussed with me, always stay with me. And that's just the way I am. Even if we fall on out, no matter what, you can ask around. Whatever secrets was told to me, they always stay the secret, no matter what. But what I wanted to do was discuss not just crystals, not just magic, not just fear, not esoteric, but I wanted to show how it all goes together with energy, frequency, vibration, and we must not forget about polarity. Polarity is very important. Now, I don't even know because I'm kind of lazy because I was doing all my updates. I had a lot of updates. I mean, I couldn't believe it. And usually when I click on my updates, it updates them all and then restart my computer. For some reason, it didn't do that this time. Every single update had to do a restart, go back, restart, go back, restart. Well, enough talk about that. That's what took me so long to come on back. I appreciate everybody for coming on through. And excuse me. And the first thing that I wanted to get into was Um, to start it on off, I'm going to start on off with something very simple that I know a lot of people have gotten, and that is crystals. I'm going to start on off with crystals, because I don't want to just jump into it, and then I'll be losing a lot of people because they not where I'm at, and I don't know where everybody's at on their spiritual path. So I believe I know quite a few people got crystals and things of that nature, so I'm going to start from there, and then you'll see how everything comes together. With your crystals, you can make yourself talismans, you can make yourself amulets. But with that, it's not just about the programming, it's not about just declaring, it's about the energy, frequency, and vibration. All of those go into it. And I understand, and we must not forget meditation. You must meditate. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. It was even hard for me. But this is something that need to be repeatedly done. The more you do it, the better you'll get better at it. Meditation is very, very, very important. The reason why I decided to do this right now and not wait for the next year is because a lot of people might be going into the new year, and I want them to be going into the new year just right. Once again, if y'all didn't hear me the other thousand times, because I had a wild and funky year this year and part of last year, but everybody noticed that I've changed. And I'm going to apologize one more time, just in case some of y'all didn't catch it. I'm apologizing again, because, I do get a little wild. And, when I get a little wild, I've come to accept critical criticism. What I've done in the past was I ain't got no problem to admit it, figured a way to justify my behavior. If a lot of people is telling you the same old thing, it must be true. And yes, I do got a little temper, but I'm working on it. I'm working on it. And you got to give me credit because I did come up with a good line for my reactions and my actions. As for my temper, my favorite line used to be is I don't have a temper. I just react to bullshit with the quickness. And I'm a very passionate person. That sound good and everything. And that was my excuse to get away with what I wanted to get away with, only because I didn't want to adjust. Sometimes you have to adjust. You have to evolve. That's what we must do. In this walk of life and your spirituality, you must learn how to master self. That means you take the criticism. Sometimes, if we take the criticism, don't be so objective and say, oh, they don't know what they're talking about, or they just saying it because they don't like me, or anything of that nature. That don't be the truth. Sometimes they be that they don't hit the hammer on the nail. It is what it is. But what I wanted to discuss was manifestation. But before we get into manifestation and all of that, we need to get to the root of things. You know, everybody is always telling you how to manifest. They don't never discuss the things about what you might be scared of. Yes, going into the knowing sometimes can cause fear, but most important of all, they don't teach you the foundation. The foundation is, once again, you're going to hear me say this a lot because it's very important: frequency, energy, and vibration, and emotion. Emotion is in there. That's very important as well. Your emotion, throwing your heart, throwing your love into something, and having courage. But before I get into that, we're going to discuss a little bit of crystals so you can understand where I'm going. All right, many of y'all have crystals. When you get your crystal and after you clean them, I don't think I have to go into that about cleaning them. Everybody know about the sage and all of that other good stuff. The problem is people is having is programming the crystal, or feeling the crystal, or coming in tune with the crystal, becoming one with it. You know, some people is having problems with it. Like people be saying, I don't really feel what you're talking about, or things of that nature, all of negative things. But yet they have these things and want to work with them. If they didn't want to work with them, they wouldn't have wasted their money and bought them, or asked somebody to give it to them for a gift or whatever. How you came across it. When after you cleanse your crystal, what you want to do, and you charged it, of course. After you charged it, everybody knows you can charge it free. Oh, now I got distracted. Something popped on up. After you charge your crystal, you could charge it on up with the sun or the full moon or the new moon or whatever makes you happy. After you charge your crystal on up, then it's going to be ready for programming. This is when you're going to become in tune with the crystal. The way after you have fully charged it and you're ready to program it, first of all, this is very, very important what I'm about to say. Before you even think about getting ready to program your crystal after it has been charged, you have to make sure that you yourself is in the proper state of mind. That's why I always say peace, love, and light. That means you must have yourself on your highest elevation as possible. And when you do it, excuse me. Also, when you do it, you have to pick a time when you're not going to be distracted. You could be turn your phone on off, turn off all gadgets, and this is I call my crystals my kids. This is quality time with your kids you're about to spend with because you're about to become one with the kid. It's very easily to be done. Now, once you become one with the kid, you're gonna the reason why I'm discussing energy, frequency, and vibration is because not only you can't be distracted by if you know your kid's about to come home from school and they're gonna be coming on the door and they're gonna want some snacks and they're gonna be coming in at any time, prolong programming your crystal. Prolong it. The time is of the essence. It ain't going nowhere. Make sure you have quality time and that you're gonna be doing it right. Another reason why a lot of people is having problem is not because they're just getting interruptions. They they have dealt with negative energy during the day. This is very important. You cannot be dealing with negative energy at the same time you're about to program your crystal or or even if you're about to turn it into an amulet or a talisman or whatever you're about to do with it, y- that is not the right time. What I mean by that is you are energy and the crystal is energy. Um, how can I put it? Say like you just seeing something funky on YouTube. You just seen something funky on YouTube and you like, oh, this mother effer pissed me on off. I can't believe this. I don't want to hear this junk. Oh, my crystal should be charged. I'm gonna go charge it right now while he talking that bull crap. And wrong time. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Right then and there, even though you might be thinking you are normal, but your true state of mind is you still have a little bit of that negative energy in you. Then when you go to pick up that crystal, since you're not dealing with total positiveness, you are not going to be feeling the crystal because you have to bring up both sides of your brain, the right side, the left side. That's the little snake you see on the stick that's on the goat, the kundalini, whatever you want to call it. You want that's the left side of your brain, the right side of your brain. That is creativity, that is logic. You need both of them. And with that you have emotions. All of this must be done while you are at your highest peak, feeling your best. If not, what you're going to be doing, if you're going to be like, bump it, I'm not going to listen to him, I got time to do it now. What you're going to be actually doing is because you are not at your highest possible vibe, you are going to be putting some of that negative energy into the crystal when you are programming it. When you go ahead and do this, you are you're still going to program it. But the key thing is, whatever you are programming into your crystal, it will not be at its fullest potential because you have not programmed it with your highest, highest, highest Kundalini crown chakra, whatever you want to call it. I'm trying to avoid using certain words because they say chakras and all of that. So you're not at your highest vibration. You must be at your highest vibration and be filled with love when you are dealing with your crystal. Treat it like it's your kid, your actual kid. If you ain't never had a kid, treat it like it's your favorite dog. Treat it like it's your favorite cat. Treat it like it's your favorite niece. I mean, I'm so crazy. I even name my crystals. You know what I mean? They all got names. They all got certain jobs that they do for me. When I say jobs, I don't mean like they working for me. That means we are working together and we are becoming in tune as one. And together we will bring creativity for whatever we are programming it to, thought thought to creativity so you can see it manifest into the physical. That's what you want to do. You want to bring it into the physical. Sometimes what you're going to have to do is pay attention to this song because this is what you're going to have to do. Another thing, I got sidetracked for a minute. The reason why you have to meditate. I just went over it briefly, but the reason why you have to constantly meditate, do it over and over and over again, is because what you are doing is teaching your mind how to focus. That means when you're teaching your mind how to focus, that means there is no longer scattered thoughts. There is no more there is no multitasking at this moment. That means when you are meditating, all your thoughts is in one collective place. You are doing this because this is the ground basis, this is your foundation. The more you know how to focus, then the more you know how to direct that energy from your mind to a certain object or to whatever you're trying to manifest. That's why meditation is so important. You will use the same process, even though your eyes might not be closed and your hands might not be in the mudra or the yoga position or whatever how you do it, even though your eyes is woke and you're about to do your programming, you are still, I repeat, you are still using the same process as if you was in meditation, except for you are focusing it on a crystal, an amulet, a talisman. This is just basic occult stuff. I don't know where a lot of people is at, so I just started to try and get it from the beginning. Now, now a good way for a person to meditate, they call it chi, but it's the fancy word for breathing. Breathing. That's all you got to do is breathe. Concentrate on your breathing. Also, also when you're meditating, not only do you have to make sure you're not at focus, you want to calm yourself. That's the reason why you're breathing. You might have had a rough day. So what you're going to do is you're going to breathe. You're going to breathe in and you're going to breathe out. You're going to breathe in and you're going to breathe out. When you breathe in, you're breathing in. Everything is visual. Everything is visual. This is where you're using the very creative side of your mind. You're visualizing your breath now. You're turning your regular breathing into what they call chi, where you're using visualization with every breath you take in and with every breath that you take out. When you're breathing in, you make sure you breathe in the universe. You're breathing in nothing but positiveness. Whatever makes you happy, there is no rules in the magic game. the esoteric game or whatever you want to call it, there is no rules. You do what's comfortable for you. You do what works for you. What's comfortable for me might not be comfortable for you. The only thing I'm doing is planting some seeds on how I do things, just in case of you having some problems and you're doing it a different way. I'm just letting you, give you some views to try it another way. There's always a million ways to skin a cat. As long as it gets skinned, that's all that matters. So you're breathing in the beautiful essence. And the important thing is when you're blowing out, you're picturing, you're blowing out negativeness. This is how you are clearing out your body and preparing it for meditation. Do some nice deep breaths. And hold on. This song right here, Say It All. Listen, third eye open, fam.
I breathe and breathe as I breathe it out. I release the negative baggage and doubt. I'm all I need, I hear I fly. Within my ancestors that float on high. No other or set, I call on you. When I am lost, show me what to do. I am your daughter eternally. Wisdom flow so I can see. I float and fly like hands away. Mentally manipulating my course, my day.
Just breathe. Breathe the essence. Become one with nature. Just breathe. You got the power.
I'm all I need, I hear I fly. Within my ancestors that float on high. No other or set, I call on you. When I am lost, show me what to do. I am your daughter eternally. Wisdom flow so I can see. I float and fly like hands away. Mentally manipulating my course, my day.
Just breathe. Stay in tune with nature. Become nature. As above, so below. As within, so without. Just breathe. Just breathe. I am Sarana Suit. Um, peace, love, and light. And I would like to send a special shout out to my new subscribers. I appreciate you all. I love you all. And you know, a couple just popped on, and we were just discussing manifestation, and we was talking about crystals and how they all relate to. That's just the root or the foundation to the beginning of you becoming an esoteric manifester, or I don't know what you want to call yourself. They call them wizards, sorcerers. They give them all types of names. I don't really give it no name, because, I just like to say we gods and goddesses. That mean we create our reality. We create our reality. We manifest it. And like it's written in the laws, yes, Tahuti's law or the Hermetic principles, whichever prefer you like to call it, it is written, the all is mind and the universe is mental. That's how you begin to manifest. It is already written for you. If you are not familiar with the Kabbalah or the Emerald Tablets, you don't even have to read all of that, even though it's in my playlist. I made it very easy for you. Only thing you got to do is go look at the seven hermetic principles, and it's broken down for you right there. Now, when you are doing this right here in the process of manifesting, there is steps. Right now, what I'm doing is a lot of people, they done became Google masters. They became YouTube masters. They know what to do, but they a little stumbled on. Why is it not happening? Why it ain't working for me? Why I got to pay somebody for something I can do for myself? What I'm doing is giving you the little things to do so that if you want to save your money, you can save your money. If you don't, you can keep on paying. You do whatever makes you happy. I'm not here to hurt nobody's pockets. What I'm trying to do is not feed you the fish, but teach you how to be fishermen. And I'm not even sure if I'm going to keep this video up or not, because sometimes people say I talk too much, and I respect everybody hustle, so I sometimes put them on private when I talk too much. But back to the bill. What what we have to do also, things that can stop you from your crystal not programming or your manifestation not coming true, is could be a lot of things. You have to look at this as a way of life that you live in. You can't talk about it. You got to be about it. That means you must stay on high elevation by all means necessary. When you do this for many reasons. For one, for one, there is a lot of things that can bring you from higher elevation to lower elevation. It could be a YouTube video. It could be things that are totally out of your control. It could be you're strolling down your timeline and you see something funky on Facebook, When you know that you're about to be programming your crystal, or you know you're about to be doing something, you have to start preparing your mind of ways to avoid negative energy so that there will be no blockage. A lot of times you'll be creating blockage and don't even know it. Blockage can come during and after the crystal has been programmed. Even after you've programmed the crystal and you did everything right, even after that, and you waiting or watching it manifest, you can be doing things to block your manifestation from coming into existence just by dealing with lower energy. You must always keep yourself around higher energy. For example, when you are, after you've programmed your crystal and you've programmed it naturally with nothing but positive energy, high vibes, or whatever you want to call it, after you have it programmed, what you do, and while everything is happening in the universe, you must play your part here. While you in your spiritual being and physical form, you got to play your part. The way you play your part is staying positive. Once you start saying negative, then you might not realize it or not, you'll start feeling negative. And if you start feeling negative just from watching something on YouTube, Facebook, it can happen even on TV. Once you start feeling negative, that is, it's not going to stop it. That is putting up delays, blockage. Because what happens is you are you are a computer. You're like a computer. You are a walking transmitter and receiver. That's what you are. That means, and whatever you're feeling inside is what you're going to be pushing out into the universe. And whatever you push out into the universe, that is what's going to repel back towards you. Law of attraction. It's written laws. Everyone knows this. I'm just trying to explain it to you. Um, Shoot, phone banging. Hold on. All right. Shoot. Yes. So what you want to do? Sorry about that. I had to handle something on my celly. Um, so what you want to always do is keep yourself in higher vibration. I don't forgot where I left on off at now. I should have turned my phone on off. Um, oh, yeah, we're dealing with energy. So when you're dealing with energy, you have positive, negative, or whatever. They're the same energy, just on different polarity. What you want to do is always stay on the positive side of the polarity. You don't want to go into the negative side because that's what you'll be bringing back to you. Damn. Hold up. I'll be back. I'll be back. Something came on up with my phone. I'll be back to finish this one off. I hope this helps everybody on out as far as beginning on programming your crystals and the things that can stop you from manifesting what you want. Um, Hold on, let me do something real quick, just in case people don't know how to actually do it once they got their crystal. Hold on. Okay, what you want to do is when you want to program your crystal or your amulet, hold on. Let me get a crystal. Now, this is what I do, the procedure I use to program my crystal. What I would do is I would take my crystal in my left hand. Oh, hold on. If you are, whatever is your dominating hand, put the crystal in the opposite hand. That means if you're right-handed, put the crystal in your left hand before you manifest it, before you start programming whatever you want to manifest. What you do is, where's the camera? Okay. Well, anyway, I have the crystal right here. Oh, you can't really see that one. Let me get a different crystal. Let's see if this one, I should have had my lighting better. Shoot. Well, let me get some fool's gold. That'll work. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. So you have your crystal right here. This pyrite, by the way, also known as, excuse me, also known as fool's gold. What you want to do, the way I program it is everyone, well, I don't know if everyone knows that. Energy comes in through your non-dominant hand. That means if you are right-handed, energy comes in through the left side and goes out on the right, and vice versa. So since I'm right-handed, what I would do is I'll put the crystal into my right hand. You get the feel for it, you get the tuning for it, and you do all of that and you become one with it. You name it, you do whatever you want with it. While you have your crystal, that's ain't showing up. Once you have your crystal in your hand, trying to, my camera's a little funky. I think I'm gonna have to break down and buy a camera. Once you have the crystal in your hand and you're ready to program it, since this will also help you feel the crystal by having it in your left hand, because this is the hand that bringing forth the energy. So that's reason number two, it's in there. So while you got your hand like this, you're using visualization. Once you have your thought put in there and you're thinking of a bright light, you're thinking of some energy, you're raising up that energy and you're using a lot of emotion. You got to be passionate. And then what you do, whatever you want to say, you take the other hand. Shoot, this isn't working on that right. You take your other hand like it's a ball. You take your other hand and you put it over it. Once you put your other hand over it, this hand pushes out the energy. That means whatever intention or whatever program you're putting it in, it is coming from this hand, and now it is going into the crystal, and you are visualizing this. Shoot, my phone keep ringing. Hold up. Shoot. What's up, boo boo? Hey, 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 hey. What are you doing? You're breathing hard. You're breathing hard like you're ready to pay your Ashe bill. What's going on? Why you laughing? You still ain't paid it. Don't make me put no interest on it. Let me wrap this one up. I'm gonna call you right back in 5 minutes, not even that long, all right? All right, sound like a plan. Yep, yep. Um, Sarah, oh shoot, forgot to put it on mute. Um, those are just some quick steps. I got to handle this phone call. Gotta try and collect some of this money people owe me. You know what I mean? I don't call it consultation and all of that like everybody else do. I just call it an Ashe bill. So I want to thank everybody for coming through. Peace, love, and light to the fam. Ooh, we see you on the next one.